Welcome to the Luxine series. This series will have dead times, not so accurate post production, and a lot of backtracking. This series is meant to be a deep lore analysis and 100% completion of the game. Thanks for your attention.
Lasciate ogni speranza, o voi che entrate. Hellgads, welcome back to Dante's Hell. I'm Dante or Jack. And right where we are left off in the previous episode, welcome back to Lux Immortus Spatium. We were going to reach for the administrator of the mining deck, Dallas, here in the processing deck. And while the sounds are not the best, let's see what expects us around the corner. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a new variant of Necromorph, of the Slasher. And there's no need to read anything about it because it's a Slasher, but the only different characteristic of it is that it is a mutated security guard that is wearing the military-grade suit. That means that if you shoot anything that are not the arms, he won't feel a thing. I can hear it! I am sorry if I destroyed anyone's ears, but that scared the living hell out of me. Like, my role as commander of the Hellguards is gone because I got actually jump scared by that thing breathing on my neck. And let's see. Contact energy 2000 for 5. That's a steal for this gun. That, as you can see, has a secondary fire that is a beast. Actually, just fill it up. We're going to use it. Fill it, charge it, and we are good to go. When this blue U is present, clearly there is a zero gravity zone. So let's get ready for leapers and lurkers and the classic, zero G enemies. Before we go out, remember, go here and actually shoot the fuse, like in the previous episode, so that you can open that door and get full access to that room.
Zero gravity. The administrator's rig should be in the processing control room, but someone tripped the failsafe. The control room door can't open till gravity is restored, but the system won't reset the gravity while there's loose debris.
At least the processing beam's still running. Stand by.
Let's see if we can actually manage to do this. And little, I don't know how to call it, warning, like actual warning. Do not touch the flicking beam, because if you touch the freaking beam, you are dead. No, I'm not kidding. Do not touch that beam, because you will get absolutely melted. And it is a one shot, or at least in the original it was a one shot. It did not ask anything of you. It just killed you as long as you even dared to get too close to it. And I felt... and there you are. So watch out for that, especially in impossible mode. Don't you dare try it. And it makes sense. It says melter. And if you pick your face into a smelter, you're getting processed. That's all you need to know. You're getting absolutely processed.
Reloading anomalies.
like these rocks. You will not exist after it is done with you. Little section of 0G that asks you to kill debris. In the original there were like 3, I remember. 3 sections that were like, you're in 0G. And with the original systems, it was a pain. So what I usually did to play faster through the game was group everything together and then start throwing it around where it should go, because there was another section in the original right after chapter 8, so in chapter 9, where you had to clear out an entire room from this radioactive waste, trying not to do too much damage to everything else. And what happened was, I usually put everything where the room is, so no one can tell me that I did a wrong job. And I stare at the door, open it, and then let it explode, so that there's no problems with everything else. Don't you... That went good. There's one behind us? No, we're good. Watch out through exploders, because exploders look like dumb necromorphs, but if they get to you, they will absolutely destroy your health, especially in higher difficulties. So deal with exploders. If you can, actually shoot exploders before they even reach you, so that they can A, explode, and B, you can blow up other necromorphs with them, so they aren't a problem for you. That is a problem for me. We're good. We're good. Again, exploders, great to deal with the more necromorph, because when they are all together packed in a room, you just explode one of those and the room is cleared. But when they reach you, oh, will they tear you apart with the little exploding necromorphic sacks. And here is Dallas's rig. Finally level 3. Dallas's rig. Finally, everything has been completed for that objective. Let's take a look at Dallas's rig. The Bloodstained Corpse supervises Dallas' rig, and it actually counts to the "you are not authorized" objective as well. So great. And we now have all the clearances levels available in the game, except for the one with the side mission. So I guess I will do it by myself. I will clean out all the little side rooms and stuff like that, or I'll see what I'll do. So, but we will clear out all the rooms and lockers.
Supervisor Dallas, final log. Now, I've made sure they can't leave this subdeck, but neither can I. I've seen what they do to the bodies, what they become, and I cannot let that happen to me. At least if I don't have any limbs, and I can't kill anyone when I'm infected. Please tell Dawn and the kids that I love them.
That's one.
One more. Oh. Come on, man, just one more.
And yes, we just sat through a man cutting his limbs, and it actually shows here. Here's one of the legs, the arm, and the other leg should be around here. There it is. And of course, he was left with only one arm. Probably because the bleeding was so much he died before cutting that one. And because I would love to see you cut the arm with which you are holding the only thing that can cut. So good luck with that one. And that sound, I think, is one of the times you hear the hunter. You can actually hear, okay, the sharpening. There's a second in which you hear this strange, like, knife sharpening sound. And
The administrator's rig changed location. You got it?
I got it. I'll check the maintenance subdeck for Temple's Beacon.
that is the exact moment in which I think you hear for the first time the hunter again, telling you clearly that it is not frozen anymore. Meaning that you are A, in deep danger, and B, Jacob is probably also in the biggest of dangers, because that dumb idiot went ahead to try and rescue Dr. Mercer, that, as we heard, is actually a pretty good actor, because he faked out calling an emergency while he never actually did. Now, change of bridges. We go to maintenance because it's time to reach for the beacon that we need to shoot out to try and reach and call, let's say, a ship or whatever it is to save us from the Ishimura and this madness that is happening. Oh. Well.
Hammond? He must be in the vents on the crew deck.
They're bringing something in.
There it is.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
What? That was the marker. Did you?
No. I didn't see anything. I lost Hammond's signal again. Just get the SOS beacon. I want off this fucking ship.
And that is the first time, not only that we actually get a good look at the marker. Wow, that sounds stunning. It's actually the first time that we also clearly see this panic moment in which Isaac starts to hold his head in suffering, and Kendra closes her ears, and then the signal completely cuts off. What is that, actually? Well, there is information about that little moment exactly here in this section. So let's move on ahead while we deal with these absolutely insufferable little things. Because if you let them do what they do, you will find yourself killing too many necromorphs. More than you can handle. And watch out for the Guardian. That is right around this corner. Just, I think, picking some of these and then going straight for the throw is a great idea. Ammunition is paired. the Guardian is killed, and you get to simply enjoy the moving on with the rest of the mission without having to worry that you get decapitated from the Guardian's secret site that we also lovely talked about when we first met Mercer. And the inventory is full. Great. Let's see here. I mean, good with me. Get cut. That's a lot of necromorphs for being this bridge. I remember like meeting Thu the first time I went around here. And now I just killed like 3 to 4. Intensity director being funny? Most probably. He loves doing that to me. And this bridge is pretty corrupted. You can clearly see the... Oh no. The corruption is doing its job of completely changing the environment and building up guardians. Of course, as I told you, guardians usually are found where the corruption is mostly spread, so that they, for some reason, guardians, as the name suggests, are used to guard stuff. Now, how does the corruption actually know where to put a guardian to guard something is a mystery for us at the moment. But there actually is an explanation to that as well. Is that a necromorph? Did I leave a necromorph? No, I didn't. Here, we get another room. A side mission room, actually. Amelia clearly tells us that this is Kyne's room. And we need to look and address the writings. One of them being the church. Don't support the church. Innocent bloodshed. And now the church wants to doom us. And now we know that most probably all of the anti-church messages are from Kyne. So every message that tells us not to trust the church is wrote by Kyne, that was a unitologist and clearly has forsaken his own faith. But let's hear the audio log.
Log retrieved.
Record then. What difference does it make now?
Terrence, I know the marker is responsible for the outbreak. I need to understand how.
It's signal. When it pulses, that signal can trigger alterations in genetic code. Neural structure even. You felt it, haven't you?
But how do I stop it?
Mercer must know. He's taken all his marker research up to his room on the crew deck and sealed... No.
Sealed it? Do you know how? Please, I need Mercer's data.
No! He'll kill you. I won't have more deaths on my conscience. Unitology was all I had after I lost Amelia. Look what it's come to.
Terrence, listen. I mean, if it weren't for you, I never would have made it this far because you made me stick with it.
Well, just remember, I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You loved Amelia as much as I love Isaac, but if I can't cure this outbreak, I'll never see him again. Please, help me.
39277. If you must get into Mercer's room, that code should still work.
Thank you. Here. These are safer with you.
Dr. Brennan. Nicole. The only thing Mercer ever feared was death. Now, I doubt he's afraid of anything.
This is Jewishy stuff. As I told you, the explanation to what happened on the elevator, so Kendra and Isaac having headaches and holding their head and feeling this strange whistle, and that is because, as Kyne said, the marker as a signal that influences people and biological beings. Not only at a cellular level, but as a mental one as well. So clearly, the marker started releasing its signal when it was first, let's say, come in contact with by the miners. And it actually kept releasing this signal even before they found it, because Harris heard the marker's secret in the dark tunnels where it was closed. We actually also get a little piece of log that maybe some of the OG Dead Space 2 already remember, but it is here. And it is almost an exact copy of the intro of Dead Space 2. Because at the intro of Dead Space 2, you see this log.
Isaac, are you there? Come in, Isaac. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back later.
It's okay. How you doing?
Good. You're right, Isaac. The Ishimura is a great ship. I am so lucky to be serving aboard her.
Enjoy it while it lasts. You know they're gonna decommission her next year.
Isaac, thank you
For what?
for just pushing me to do this. I mean, if it weren't for you, I never would have made it this far, because you made me stick with it.
I'll just remember I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You know what? We must be getting out of range of their snake. Isaac. Isaac, can you hear me? I'm gonna call you back.
And then, here in the remake, you get almost the same exact thing.
Nicole?
I'm so sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back
it's
later.
Okay. It's okay. How you doing?
Good. You were right, Isaac. The Ishimura is a great ship. I am so lucky to be serving aboard her.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts. You know they're gonna decommission her next year.
Isaac, thank you
For what?
for just pushing me to do this. I mean, if it weren't for you, I never would have made it this far because you made me stick with it.
Well, just remember I'm giving you up for 6 months so you can do this.
You know what? We must be getting out of range of the
I miss you,
relay.
Nikki.
Isaac,
Nick? Nicole? Nicole? Hey, can you hear me? Hello, Nikki. Great.
A beautiful addition to the original game that was missed actually in the original. It's pretty good to have that communication log, and hopefully it connects when they decide to bring us Dead Space 2 remake. Motype Studio brings us the Dead Space 2 remake. We actually want it, and don't make Isaac a snarky little douchebag like in the OG, because as much as one can be tempered by the events of the original first Dead Space, I would not become a snarky dude that after fighting a 6 foot tall monster that spits acid tells it that thing was hungry. No, that's not how you deal with that, so write him good. Please, thank you. We shall address also one of these writing, that being this one that actually is on the floor as well, and on closer inspection it clearly has a engineering suit helmet on it that resembles the one from the level 5 suit, the last one you can get in the main game. And the message that is written with it is actually "Warrior!" exclamation mark. Armor yourself in the truth. We have left you a gift. So what warrior is this talking about? Clearly the marker is talking about some sort of prophetic person that shall fight as a warrior, and the suit mask makes me think they're talking about Isaac. Now hold up, okay. the marker could actually already know who Isaac is, because the marker came in contact with Nicole, being her a member of the ship. And the marker clearly has the ability to mess with the memories of the people this signal kind talked about coming in contact with. So Isaac as well, as saw Nicole on the screens a couple of times and heard her on the rig link. Okay. And even though she could be around, we don't know that for sure, because Kendra as well saw her dead brother on one of the cameras in Aerophonics, telling us that the marker does not need to actually know the person in specific that he is representing. He just needs to look into the memories of the people the signal comes in contact with. So Kendra, she got scanned by this signal of the marker, and the marker decided to show her the dead little brother. Most probably, what the marker did is show people Isaac, or maybe just show them through the people that heard about Isaac. So in this case, Nicole talked about Isaac and left a log of her talking to Isaac to Kyne, and then he wrote this warrior thing with the engineer helmet drawn with it. There's also this little, very little, we need to get a good zoom on that. Zoom in, enhance, that's it. That has been translated in a previous moment, so that I do not have to spare so much time to translate it. And what it says is, the unity future of mankind is a place, a physical journey that must be taken, a pilgrimage reserved for only the privileged ones when the time comes. Nothing beats a good old religious accurate piece of writing, especially when it's from a ex-unitologist. Again, clearly talking about all the, in chapter 11 we had a long talk about unitology and the belief of this physical and spiritual unity event that will take place with convergence, and this convergence is brought forth by the marker basically influencing all biological things to unite them in some sort of unique god-surpassing being, because as unitologists think, humanity is built from this god-like alien society and or being that also created the markers, this divine artifacts that we clearly saw from Ammon's call in the elevator is being worshipped right now by unitologists in the crew deck. And this is going to be the slowest cut section we will see. And since anything actually happens, I'm going to fast forward this, because my god, cut off. Cut off. You don't need to do that. Should be another speeder. There he is. Yep. So those credits are gone. And here we go.
Isaac.
Nicole.
I can't believe you're here.
I thought I'd never see you again. I'm gonna get us home. There's an SOS beacon nearby. We can call for help.
The beacon, right. They locked it in the workshop, but my clearance can get us in this way.
So we finally meet Miss Brennan. A strange behavior, hers, just stopping and then starting to unlock again, like she thought.
Nicole, there's so much I need to tell you.
I know, we'll have time, I promise. Let's get to that beacon. Everyone's counting on us.
A little section that I hope will not be my demise. Actually, let's just pull out the Reaper and let's see how much we can rip out of these cute little necromorphs, because they're going to flood us. There it is! I could feel it. Is this going to be a problem? Perhaps. But not with the additional ricochets. Yeah, that... He got absolutely slapped. Twice.
It's done. The workshop's open. I've never seen you at work. You're a surgeon with that thing.
I got your back. Okay. How do I reach you?
No, focus on launching that SOS beacon. There's maintenance ducts everywhere. I'll catch up.
The sounds are not good.
See any more? You hide, okay?
Cross my heart. I love you, Isaac. You can do this. You'll put things back the way they were. And make us whole again.
Again with the make us whole, that we know is a mantra used by unitologists. And it is strange that Nicole, one of the people we know from Cross as well, has made a point of making people leave unitology, especially after the events with Isaac's mom, Octavia, where she failed to save her in some way, because Octavia sadly decided to not leave alone the unitologist and modified a will that we had a good read of in episode 11 to leave all her mortal belongings and a corpse to the church. Something that we do know it's exclusive to high-ranking members. Nicole, it's fine. An interesting fact, and here we have the schematic for the new suit, level 4, almost at full suit capacity, and the SOS beacon. Find the SOS beacon, cleared. Let's see if there's something interesting. A mining survey beacon that's been painstakingly rebuilt to transmit an SOS signal. And we also have Mercer's room code. A record of the code to Dr. Mercer's room, recovered from Dr. Kyne's audio log. I don't remember it, so thank God it's an automatic thing, and you don't actually have to remember how it goes. Of course, I suppose you could re-listen to it from the, database. Just look for the log and listen back to it. But otherwise, remembering it would be absolutely terrible. And now the mission is launch the SOS beacon. I found the administrator's rig and Nicole helped me get the SOS beacon. I can't believe she's okay. Once I launch the beacon from the mining control room, we can get out of this nightmare.
Isaac, I lost your rig signal, like Hammond's.
I'm good. I got the SOS beacon. Nicole helped me out.
Nicole's there.
We got separated. She'll find her way back.
She's a trooper, huh?
I'm heading back to the mining control room. I'll launch the beacon. You watch out for Nicole.
Assuming the system doesn't fizzle out again. Stay sharp.
a strange stutter from Kendra there that sounded pretty surprised to hear that Nicole is there. And we know that Kendra has rig access to know where everyone rig is currently located. So perhaps Kendra is not telling the entire truth. She knows something that Isaac doesn't know. But in this room, there's actually a very interesting thing to address. What is this thing? Some of you might ask. Now, I found this out in my New Game Plus, and I do not remember if it is available in New Game. But in case it is not, maybe I'll fetch a recording of it from the New Game Plus, just because I want the completion of this thing to be addressed. And right here, there's this little panel that looks like it's suddenly locked in the base game. And this little panel, what it does, it shows us a recording of us meeting Nicole. And listen here to what happens.
Security recording retrieved. Isaac? It's Liz Cross. I heard gunfire. It has to be you. Or Jacob.
I thought I'd never see you again. I'm gonna get us home. There's an SOS beacon nearby. We can call for help.
This place has really got to you. Isaac, I have Jacob's codes. I can get you into the workshop. Come on.
So, strangely enough, the recording tells us that it is not Nicole we are talking to, but Elizabeth Cross. And why is that? Some might ask. Maybe is a error in the, the system. We had moments in which the rigs jacked up, and Kendra actually tells us that the little systems in the mining deck are fizzly. So it would not be a surprise to know that the actual recording of the rigs and stuff like that are fried, bringing us to the recording telling us it's Elizabeth Cross. But maybe there's something more behind that, but that needs to be addressed further in the game. And here we have this beautiful plushie that I would love to actually possess in any way, shape or form, be it in plastic or in real plushie. Oh, come on! Get actually slapped to death. You don't need a head. Die, you basic form of Guardian. That's because you took out one entire stack of my life. Did not have the permission to actually do that. And here we have a weapon upgrade for the flamethrower. That is great. This means more farming for me, but also more fun to all of us. Because now we will have a strengthened flamethrower. So that Elizabeth Cross thing could be a little, fizzling of the systems here on the deck, because Kendra told us the systems are fizzly. There's a couple of other problems though. One of them being this situation in which the marker has clearly affected us strongly here in the elevator. So it could be also a strange form of vision and confusion Isaac is experiencing. Or it could just be Nicole. For now, pure doubt on that. And elevators rides are just, well, and while you can clearly hear the little necromorph starting to be as friendly as ever, you can actually hear again that sharpening hunting sound. That was a good dodge. Good job, my friend. Oh, God. Wrong weapon to deal with you. Still worked. I remember hearing the hunter, but maybe it was the first time the elevator stopped, because the hunter in the original had two moments where one, you can clearly see him, so you do know he is absolutely not frozen where you left him. It is coming for you, and you cannot do anything about it. Reaper is just best thing to deal with. Anything that... Nope. That was a lucky jump. That blade just jumped right where it should have. It was awesome. And now... Wow! We made... Okay, so there's probably a coding error in this section of the actual code of the game. I'm talking development stuff, because you saw me picking up this log in the previous episode, and now the same identical log that for a moment I thought would be different was exactly where it should have been. So most probably there's a coding mistake that loops around the log, making it reappear every time you go for this level. I'm not sure if it actually happens every single time you come back to this level, but it seems like it does. So that is interesting. Maybe there's some error in the return, you know, for textures and stuff. Because usually when making a game, I suppose to reuse and reload areas, you recall assets and stuff. But I don't know, I'm not a game dev, sadly. And that item specifically gets recalled with the rest of the assets of the area, and it reloads back. So, we got our beautiful flamethrower upgraded. We got our SOS beacon. Next episode, we will upgrade our suit to the level 4 and actually throw out this SOS beacon. But as I always say, I guess thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you all again quando torneremo a guardare le stelle. See you next time.